请双方队员停止练球，回到球员席，准备入场。请双方队员回到球员席，准备入场。Ladies and gentlemen, this is AUBL 2025 Elimination Series. Team Beijing University vs Team Hakuo. We're beginning. 女士们、先生们，这里是 AUBL 2025淘汰赛阶段，北京大学对阵白欧大学的比赛即将开始。And now, introduce players and coach of both teams. 首先介绍白欧大学 The first, introduce Hakuo University. Number 4, 4号 Saiki Ryusuke. Number 4, 4号 Saiki Ryusuke. Number 7, 7号 Sakai Yubu. Number 8, 8号 Saito Linto. Number 15, 15号 Ugawa Ejiro. Number 16, 16号 Yaigashi Shono. Number 22, 22号 Naito Haruki. Number 25, 25号 Munga Benzajo. Number 13, 30号 Saku Luze. Number 42, 42号 Mario Shaw Williams. Number 77, 77号 Hata Koji. Number 88, 88号 Sata Luze. Number 99, 99号 Utalo Louis. Head coach 主教练 Amino Domo. 助理教练 Assistant coach is Yusuke. 掌声欢迎白欧大学。女士们、先生们，接下来为大家介绍北京大学。Now, introduce team Beijing University. Number 5, 5号陈世瑜。Number 6, 6号大白昂萨尔。Number 7, 7号刘奇龙。Number 10, 10号傅金博。Number 11, 11号李佳瑞。Number 12, 12号邓奕豪。Number 14, 14号王浩林。Number 17, 17号刘胜奇。Number 19, 19号段振廷。Number 21, 21号汪志鹏。Number 24, 24号张宝文。Number 31, 31号熊俊杰。北京大学主教练 Head Coach 王丽。助理教练 Assistant Coach 张健、马振宇。掌声欢迎北京大学。Both teams check greetings， 请双方队员相互致意，并向观众致意。And Sextus audience.
And that was MC Frank on the microphone announcing the players. He's done a very good job. He and his colleagues in the Master of Ceremonies courtside announcer department announcing the players with passion, strength, and a lot of promotion. The boys in white racing up and down each sideline. And the boys in red, University of Beijing. Our 3 referees, Julian Scott from Massachusetts, Si Yu Feng from China, and Oliver Angales from the Philippines. A lot of experience between them. Julian from the NBA G League, Oliver from the PBA, and our local referee from quite experienced. He's been in the referee system for 5 years. So the major talking point, Taylor Chen, is Marion Sean Williams and Captain Ryusei Sato coming in fresh.
Yeah, exciting. And as we have the starting 5 for Beijing University, Liu Zhilong, Ansar Moriarty, Deng Yihao, Wang Zipeng, as well as Wang Haoling.
And the starting 5 for the Hakuo team, Ryusuke, Saiki, Rento, Saito, Agero Ogawa, who's a mega sharpshooter, Haruki Naito and Joel Monga. So let's see how Coach Yusuke Ishii runs it today. His players are very, very athletic, quick, can get up and down the court. Very good in transition versus the University of Beijing, who play a very structured game, set their players up in certain parts of the court.
Yeah, structured and rigid, very classic CBA.
You said it, rigid.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say that word, but I feel that.
You know what? I'm gonna tell it how it is. You know.
Yeah. Well, that's why we brought you in to call it up straight and still respectful indeed. Yes, China teams have played with a very, very regimented system over the years, and CBA game is about 12 minutes, different to most FIBA games, which are FIBA rule games, which are 10 minutes. Massive difference, even though it's an extra 2 minutes. So size, that's another question for the Hakuo team. Their big man, Joel Monga, can he contend with the bigs of the University of Beijing, the likes of Wang Zhepang and also Tian Yihao? Taylor?
Yeah, Wang Yihao, he's actually going to be running those fast break opportunities. The rare chances when Beijing University does so. But, you know, kind of swinging back to Joel Monga, he's got a couple of sizable players he has to guard up against. Again, emphasis on Wang Zhepang. He is really, truly exciting to see where he'll be recruited down the line where he plays for CBA. As we also see Angsar Muyadi, again, he is the sniper for the game, and also another big that Monga has to guard up against is Wang Haoling, number 14. He's collected 13 rebounds for Beijing University, so a lot of work in the low post.
And one thing that University of Beijing have to do, they've got to defend Ogawa, who's a sniper of a man, so he can get up and down the court. He's not afraid to take those big shots. Here we go, jumps it up. The red against the white. Monga wins the tip.
Hakuo University in possession to start off. Again, they are the away team in white. Home team wears dark jerseys. And we have the home team crowd filling in at Bingjiang Gymnasium. We're hearing them cheering on Beijing. And 7 seconds left. A sidestep from the wing. Ricochets out. Oh, and they get a second chance over Deng Yihao. Through the baseline. Still recovering. 10 seconds left to go. Ooh, a slap down by Ansar Muhyadi will be Beijing's first team foul.
Yep, that slap was not necessarily. That's one thing they've got to weather the storm in terms of the fouls.
Yes, they do commit quite a few fouls and a lot of turnovers too for Beijing University. As shot clock is counting down from 10 seconds, and deep from the parking lot, in goes the first bucket in this matchup.
There you go, Ogawa. What did I tell you about him?
Yeah, they need to find a solution for the small guard.
Posting up. Beijing, big man on big man. This is great to see. They were out last night watching the laser show in downtown Hangzhou, and there was a photo that the social media team were taking of them. Drive. Ooh, goes the other way. So Hakuo, not afraid, Taylor Chen.
Yeah, I like what I saw there. You know, we talk about the pressure defense, keeping up with your man, and you know, notice how Wang Zhepang just kept moving around, and Joel Monga was able to just keep up and keep an eye on him. So a very effective possession for Hakuo University, and it's back to them. And another one from the parking lot, no good. Joel Monga loses grip of the ball. Ooh.
Beijing, sloppy rebound, but they get it. They're looking a little bit unstructured, but they take it to the cup, and no, great rebound by Monga.
Yeah, Monga going high to corral the board. Coming back to it, number 22, Naito. There's a downhill. Joel Monga denied entry, going man-to-man up. Wang Zhepang, I love to see the physicality between those two. It goes back to Beijing.
Outnumbered, but good transition by Hakuo in terms of their defensive transition. Now, in the lane, takes it off. Great block by Monga. Very, very good. 11 seconds left on the shot clock, and he is the rim protector for Hakuo.
Yeah, notice here how Monga hedges on, denies entry. That check gets bounced back with interest.
Takes the shot, gets the rebound, and they redirect from the outside. Looks like Beijing can't seem to crack this Hakuo wall. Got to put it up now very shortly, 3 seconds. Bank shot is good, and up steps Angsa Muhiati to get the first deuce for University of Beijing.
Yeah, it took them nearly 3 minutes to get their first bucket. It's an interesting start. Long two for Joel Manga.
Bit ambitious for Monga. I thought he should have given it to one of his better shooters on his team.
I think it's one of those instances as they have run a beautiful backdoor cut. Once again, Angsar Muyati back-to-back buckets.
Great cut, and that was a great vision and not so much communication. They know where each other are. And Hakuo, they don't want to be on the back foot. Shoots for the midi. Off.
And Manga, once again, loses grip of the ball. Poor handles. There's a turnover for Beijing University. Coming back to it, Muyati to Wang Zipeng at the top.
Beijing bounces it. Pump fake. He got sucked in. He said, yep, you fell for the oldest trick in the book. You absolutely bit on my up fake, and said, yep, thank you for jumping, thank you for crashing, and thank you for letting me score. He's going to come up with the extra. Wang Zipeng. I call him the master of destruction because he is such a big powerhouse, especially on offense. And right now, Hakuo down by a triple, and it could be 4 if this man makes it. He does not.
And that's all, folks.
Beep, beep.
We go back to Hakuo University. Now, they're trying to make those long-range buckets in just when, they're going to take those uncontested shots, as many as they possibly can, because Beijing's not going to give them that many of those instances. As deep from the parking lot, no good. Still can't shoot another bucket. They only got that 3 points.
Tries to do a Euro step. Good defense by Hakuo, but Beijing get it back. Muhiati bounces it and tries to lay it up and in, but as he went upstairs, Zipeng collects the foul, and he will go to the line. And can he get this shot in this time, because his extra shot was not so pretty earlier. He was just trying to lay it up and in. There was 2 Hakuo defenders there trying to stop him, and I think that's going to be the script for the Hakuo team. Body up on him, not for too long though. He's not the quickest guy in the world. Body up on him, put some pressure on him, so that you guys can probably try to force the turnover. So Hakuo making some changes. He's got 1 bucket. He gets his 3rd point. Can he be perfect for these pair of free throws? Wang Zipeng. So far in this tournament, he has scored 54 points. And perfect for those pair.
And he's player of the game twice in a row for a good reason. Helps chip away at the score now, 8-3. A handful of subs coming in for Hakuo, including team captain Ryosei Sato. And there's a foul call. And
I think that's 3 shots.
Yeah, maybe. But let's take a look.
Oh, no.
No fouls, but
it looked like it at one point.
Correction, PA system is telling us Wang Zipeng did get a personal foul, and they restart with a 14-second clock, and a whistle comes again.
There's a bit of miscommunication here.
Another foul. This time it's on number 11, Li Jiarui. Or they reset the clock to 11 seconds. A bit of a delay in game here. There's Joel Manga with a reset baseline pass. Returns to the favor, but again, Manga just not having a good handle of the ball today.
I think he might be changed pretty soon if things continue, because it's already 8-3. And deflection. And speaking of Manga, he gets it.
Ooh, trying to make up from that turnover. It is 3-2, drawing a foul. Shot not count. That's going to be Muyati's personal foul. Looks like there's some tension already between the two teams. That's the heated personalities that I've brought up before, getting a little too physical up against Angsar Muhiati. Could have called multiple fouls in that instance.
Oh, yeah, there was so many to call for. Someone should take a video of that and put that in a referee education course.
Yeah, I can see why Joel was frustrated. Now, they're going to be inbounding the ball with 21 seconds on the shot clock. And a great bucket for number 15. That is Enjiro Ogawa. Caught Beijing University's back against the ball there.
It was a bit of a catch and shoot situation. Short shot. University of Beijing just holding on to it, using their size to their advantage. That wingspan, working on their opponent. Drive, baseline, inside and kick. Touch pass, fires! Back iron, no, but can he get the rebound? Loose ball. Oh, he's going to be called for a hell ball. No, not quite. One of the referees saw an infringement.
Bodies falling like bowling pins there.
It was a pushing foul. And, yep, it will be the Hakuo team to inbound it. Taylor?
Yep, Ryosei Sako coming in to sub the game. He was the one to round the score up to 100 points against Hong Kong University. That was our first ever Centurion score. Start up again. Hakuo now only behind by 3 points. See if they could drop another bucket. It was a drive in by the sub. Denied entry. Rejected with interest. That check bounced right back.
Wang Zhepang saying, access denied. You are not getting through. You can take off, but no. Return to sender. And they're going to inbound again.
9 seconds this time. And team captain with a kick out at the corner. And said it. Say it, don't spray it. Referee on the baseline trying to settle down the players. We're talking to the referees. They said that Beijing University definitely very passionate set of players. Going to keep an eye out for them, especially in the quarterfinals here. A sub coming in, Li Jiarui with Beijing's ball.
8 apiece, and Hakuo have made their intent very clearly. They plan to get a bit of offense from the three-point line off the cross. And it's getting very physical this game. I think the referees are going to be busy. And it's great to see that one of the referees can speak fluent Mandarin.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's going to be very important to the University of Beijing guys who, no disrespect, I mean, English is very much their third language. So, yeah, there's great communication there so they can understand what the referees want.
Ansar Muyadi getting a break. Kind of getting him to settle down more so than anything else. Here's a catch and shoot for Deng Haoyu.
Hakuo brings out quickly, transition, speed, runner.
And it's a rim runner attempt, drawing a foul. Joe Manga is on the floor. He's feeling himself, getting up. He's got his support from his teammates. He'll get a chance at the free throw line for the first time here. Ooh, 3 against 1. He's not even the tallest amongst those 3 players, but you know, they see how physical he can be, how much of a threat he can pose.
Muyati's already got 2 fouls, Tay.
Okay.
Yep, so that's going to be interesting.
Yep. Well, he's coming right back in. Needed some respite, and also, again, foul troubles could be awry for this Beijing team. Manga, not with the good knees.
No, and will that come back to haunt them? Because I just feel that this is a close game. High screen all over the shot by Wang Zhepang. Out, Wang Zhepang off chomp, jab. Come and get it, he says to Manga. Posting up, drive, controls the handle, pass, push shot, short, gets it back, loose ball. Referee's gonna blow it down.
Jump ball.
And hell ball, jump ball. So Julian Scott just educating some of the Hakuo players. Just stay patient with it, boys. Wait for the call. Do not do anything dramatic. And Hakuo Te just changing it up constantly versus University of Beijing, who are making little changes here and there.
But
and how? Sorry, it just goes back to the bench. You were saying something.
But they're still keeping Joel Manga. Again, he's really only a true big that is sizable and matchable up against Wang Zipeng. But I will say, I like that possession earlier. Manga really light on his feet, and he can catch up to Zipeng.
Inbound for University of Beijing as number 99 for Hakuo comes on. That's Yutaro Roy getting his first set of game time for this game. 3:35 to go. Posting up again. Trying to draw the Hakuo defenders on the spin. Offensive foul, says the referee. Because as he turned, I think his elbow went into the stomach of a Hakuo player. Let's have a look here. Yeah, there. Oh, no, to the head.
That's not a good. You see the arm hook there. It might have dislocated or tweaked his shoulder. He's on the floor right now. That's number 14 from Beijing University, Wang Haoling. And coming in is Deng Yihao. Checking in on his teammates. That didn't look good at all. We might get a look again. Here we go. That offensive foul might have led to a really gnarly injury. Yeah, could have tweaked something really bad out in the rotator cuff.
But that was good. Yutaro Roy was in a very good defensive position. He was getting low, putting his elbow into his opponent's back. So that's the way you play D. So nothing wrong with Yutaro Roy and what he did. I think it was just, like you said, Tay, it's a tweak of a shoulder. Maybe he's got a tight shoulder, a tight rhomboid. The medical team having a look at this. The medical team of this competition, they haven't had too much drama in this week in any major player apart from the Etugen player getting smacked in the face. But no major injuries. The crowd getting bigger for this game. And University of Beijing, we can't see it on screen, but the starting five going to their coach and they're discussing a game plan. Okay, and the referee asking the Hakuo players to please go back to their bench. And this is really this is very serious here. And he looks like he's in a lot of pain. But let's have someone look at while we're waiting for a decision from the University of Beijing team and the referees, everyone. We're looking at the highlights of this game thus far. And it's 8 apiece. It's been a bit of a grind. The bigs have stolen the show. That's those two bigs right there between Joel Monga and Wang Zhepang. And both bigs playing not just great offense, but fantastic defense as well. So we have resumed. Well, not resumed, but game is about to resume. And Hakuo inbounds it. Here we go.
After a little bit of delay in game, number 14, Wang Haoling, is removed, and he will return to the bench here. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Joel Manga, again, he's been one of the few players that has stuck around for the entire quarter, and here's a cut and one for Joel Manga. And a great assist, a good find by team captain and national player Ryosei Sato.
What a move. Manga in the perfect position. Offload off the bounce and off the glass, the bounce off the glass, and in 2 bounces make a basket. And Hakuo with the lead by 2. Can it be 3? No.
No. Number 11 with 2 personal fouls returns to the bench. Look away, pass, and here's a finger roll in.
Gets it over Monga. Here comes Hakuo on the spin.
And again, Sato trying to find Manga, misfire pass.
They're just not hanging on to the ball. Puts it up and in with the left-hand layup. Ooh, bumping.
Nope, they got to be careful. Number 12, he's a bit of a hothead. Manga, last-minute pass, and here's a shot over the rainbow.
Good pass, outnumbered, ISO'd, lost the handle. Good steal by number 88, which is Sato, the captain.
Got to slow it down. Sato finding the outlet. Whoa, air mails it.
Too short. Oh, what a steal by Monga. Monga upstairs.
No, they got to slow it down. Hakuo, misfire pass again. A lot of careless mistakes from both ends. Sloppy play between Beijing University and Hakuo.
No, both are careless and both are rushing. I mean, it's like the game is, they're playing like this is the fourth quarter, so.
The issue is because of the physicality and the tension, I think it's just getting into their head psychologically more so than physical.
And this crowd backing the team in red, getting louder. They weren't so loud at the start. Handoff, up top, off the bounce. Hakuo pressing, so that's good by Hakuo. Miyati up. That was a, Hail Mary.
It's the right idea, good look, but did not have the touch. Sato with a catch and shoot. Ricochets high out. Manga in the right place, right time. They're going to reset it. Sato trying to slow down this pace of the game. Much needed between those two players. And here from the wing gets, tries to get the three-piece.
So unlucky, in and out by Hakuo. And getting low, high screen set by Wang. Angsar with the package, double team. Angsar's got a pass. Who's the cutter? Couple of seconds left on the shot clock. Gets inside, gets his own miss, crashes and hits the deck. Referee says continuation.
Full court, here's the rim rummer. And just like that, subs are coming in from both sides. Score now is tied 12-all.
Looks like University of Beijing, some bodies are falling down. We can't see it on screen, but another potential injury, Wang Zhepang, their big man. Oh, he's holding his kneecap. The medical team are working very, very hard in this game.
Yeah, already two pretty gnarly injuries. And only the first quarter, 1 minute, 8 seconds left to go. Hakua players are towards the bench, and Beijing players are all standing over Wang Zhepang. And it's not good. That is the key player for Beijing all week long.
Yeah, man. I mean, his production is over 50 points this week, close to 60 after his points today.
I'd like to see a replay of that, whether it was a bad landing or a really hard knock to the knee. As head coach here is still sitting on the bench, Wang Li, he's been on the bench the entirety, assigning the assistant coach to man the head coach position. Wang Zhepang is getting up here at Binjiang Gymnasium. He's slowly walking it off. Not on the screen. There we go. Back at it again. Yeah, he's limping it off.
Oh, this is not good for the University of Beijing, losing their main big man. They, both times this week he was the player of the game against when they beat Kongguk University 79-69 and Zhejiang University. This is, now their bench is going to be really, really tested, because some of the guys on the University of Beijing team haven't played a lot of minutes this week. So a timeout call, time to reset, but the scoreboard, Taylor Chen, does not disappoint in this game.
No, absolutely not. Look, the Binjiang Gymnasium fans are certainly getting their money's worth. It's been over 20 minutes, and we're not even done with the first quarter yet. Again, tensions have been running pretty high. No unsportsmanlike fouls or tees have been given just yet, but hopefully referees will wrangle them in, and the intensity can, or the tension between the two teams can die down a little bit, as we have Wang Li now on his feet instructing his players.
Well, they've got to stay calm and personified, because one thing that University of Beijing doesn't have compared to Hakuo is that speed. They've got the smaller players, the smalls, and very much University of Beijing's game is around bigs. Really solid bigs. And if you look at the 5 that's coming on court for the University of Beijing very, very shortly, this man here with 4 points, but he is not part of the 5 that's coming on court. He will take a little bit of a breather. But yeah, apart from Angsa Muhiyati, who you see on screen, he's the only man who's played a bunch of minutes. The substitution for the injured Wang Zhepang is this Chen Qi, Ro Chen Qi, and he's hardly played any minutes in this tournament. So this is going to be interesting. High screen, University of Beijing, the trap by Hakuo, three is good, and Angsa Muhiati, what a time to hit a Haucho three-pointer to give his team back the lead.
Yeah, instead of being iced out, they come out strong from the timeout. So good set play made by head coach Wang Li. You see the three-point stats, 2 for 9 for Hakuo, and that was their first three made by Beijing University. And Sato for the long two out, and it goes into the hands of Muyati.
Now they've got the smaller players on court. They're going to try to run it and give Hakuo a taste of their own medicine. Takes it to the rack and hits him with a 5-0 run, and it's all by that man right there, Angsa Muhiati.
Yeah, good thing that they still have him on the court. He's got 2 personal fouls, but hopefully he can be conservative in the physicality. Sato, and the three does not fall for number 10, and they tried again for the second time, trying to beat the clock, and just like that, we conclude the first quarter.
That's right. The talking point or points of the first quarter, 2 major injuries for University of Beijing. But after all that, Angsa Muhiati hit a 3 and a 2 with a layup and a long 3-point shot to give his team a slender lead by 5 points. And it has been a game that has not disappointed thus far. Hakuo University down the stretch of this first period were missing a few 3-point shots, and if those 3-pointers went down, which they're very capable of doing, they would have hit the lead. But it is what it is. University of Beijing 17, Hakuo 12. Numbers coming in very shortly, and Taylor Chen will break that down for us. You know, this is a very hard-fest, slugfest game where 2 teams, big and strong, going at each other, Taylor.
Yeah, again, we're not really seeing the outside shooting from Ansar Moyati. They're just not playing according to their game plan, and neither is Hakuo University. We see Joel Mango kind of fumbling a couple of his possessions and misfire passes, and you know, getting it into their heads, and that physicality, you add that to it, and led to a lot of tension, and you know, separation was required by referees. Now, nothing serious quite yet, and hopefully we won't see anything more than that. But as of right now, Beijing shooting better than Hakuo University, 44 to 24%.
Well, 6 assists for the University of Beijing, 5 for the Hakuo team, 4 steals for Hakuo, and 3 for University of Beijing. So it's very, very even in the close proximity department. And it has been a game that hopefully will not disappoint and will stay quite close, will stay unpredictable, and just all around great classical play for this game. University of Beijing 17, Hakuo University from Japan 12. Dynamic, and we're about to get this game going. And that's the man Ogawa with 5 points. He needs to really, in my opinion anyway, he needs to really light up and fire up the gas. Muhiati with 9 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. 50% from the field. Hakuo thought about the shot. They need a gambate moment. Hakuo bounce pass, shoots for the midi, in and out. Beijing, rebound.
Trying to set up the pick and roll, does not fall through. And here comes Beijing University trying to play fast, but too slow. Here comes Sato. No good with the rim running. It goes back to Beijing University. Score 17-12. Again, tight lead, hand in the cookie jar. Couldn't get the steal. Try to settle down, slow it down to 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Number 17, Liu Senxi at the top. There's a handoff to Moyati. 6 seconds left. They got to make some moves, and here's the drive in. Called foul on number 88, Sato.
So it looks like Hakuo will really apply certain presses and bring out the iron to try to get those steals. I mean, but they got to be a little careful and more aware that Beijing using a smaller lineup compared to their massive units.
Beijing inbounding. Here's the catch and shoot from the corner. Muyati still no luck with a 3. Here comes Joel Manga. Rim to rim, and here's the jam!
Upstairs for the first dunk of this competition for today anyway. What a jam! Manga!
Yeah, Manga being an absolute beast of a unit, and called foul on number 16.
Let's look at this. takes the lift and rings the bell all the way from Hakuo.
That's a foul call on Beijing University, and there's a turnover.
Dish. Oh, he got stuck in University of Beijing traffic, lost the package, and it goes out, and University of Beijing will say, thank you very much, we'll take it back.
Yeah, both of them are pretty even Stevens in terms of committing those turnovers. That was just a handful to start off the second quarter. It's not really a good start, a strong start on either ends. Wang Zipeng is still on the sideline. Now, we did see him limp also. At least he's walking, but injury undetermined. We'll have to find out after this exciting matchup. Beijing's ball. And we got number 16, Yagashi, getting handed the cookie jar. Muyati on the right, being guarded by Ryosei Sato. And he's going to go in. Bully ball, nothing but nylon for Ansar Muyati, lead scorer of Beijing University.
11 points he's got, Muyati, so double digits already. Hakuo, skip pass, rise and shoot. Needed to go down for that one.
Muyati now with 11 points. There's the curl, kick out, and a reset. Foul call, number 99. It is Yutaro Roy.
Hakuo sort of have lost their structure a little bit here, and they're just running hard. And trying to protect, so to not let his opponent connect.
Again, having to play up against the sizable, more experienced team of Beijing University, you're bound to commit some of these ticky-tacky fouls. Number 24 is at the line. That is Zhang Baowen. And that rounds it up to 20 points for Beijing University. And Hakuo already with 3 team fouls, 0 from Beijing. Misses the second.
And Monga got clapped in the face, in the eyes actually. That's why he's holding, and looks like this game is just inviting injury. But Monga jogs on, and he's just blinking a little bit, tries to get his focus in vision again. Is there a timeout called? Well, Hakuo making some changes, but no changes yet. They'll just discuss it in the timeout. I am impressed there, Taylor, that, the University of Beijing bench making a huge impact.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've been seeing it all week long that head coach Wang Li has really heavily rotated the starting 5, but goes to show that, he's still got some gas in the tank when it comes to the bench players. They're ready to go at any chance, and unfortunately, with those 2 injuries from Wang Zipeng as well as number 14 Wang Haoling, those are 2 pretty key players. So, so far so good. They still got a lead, 6-point lead at that.
20-14. And the 2 points scored for Hakuo in this game by that Monga dunk. And for the University of Beijing, they've scored 3 points. So not many points scored in this period thus far, but it's only been 2 minutes played. Early timeout call in the second period.
Yeah, we already have 2 timeout calls, 1 from each side. So again, neither one is really getting a good rhythm. A lot of stop and go action in the second quarter.
For the Hakuo team and the University of Beijing team sending on their respective 5s on court. For Hakuo, it is Ryusuke, Saiki, Monga, Sean Yagashi, and then they've got Haruki Naito, and the man who's gonna inbound it, Yutaro Roy. And Naito, Roy, trying to find a sweet spot to take a big shot. Monga looking for the backdoor pass, bounce pass. Oh, good steal by Beijing.
So right idea, couldn't follow through with the finish, and they draw a foul. That's number 24 going in for the fast break, Zhang Baowen. That's a foul call on number 4, Ryoshi Saiki.
It was a little bit careless by Saiki. He should have known better than that because he was off to the races. And focus your hand on the ball, but there was too much contact. And I think this might be, the way this is going, Taylor, this might be a long, long game because I think there's going to be a high number of fouls in this one, and that's going to affect foul count. University of Beijing not too bad with Mouyati on 2 fouls and Lee on 2 fouls, number 11.
Zhang Baowen could only get 1 point. He's got 2 rebounds and 1 steal. Head coach Wang Li still relegated to the bench by himself.
Hakuo trying to attract those defenders to go outside the perimeter. Skip pass out. Good defense here by University of Beijing. Runner for the bank shot. Yes, that's the much better. And they needed that. Haruki Naito with a running deuce.
Back to Beijing, Liu Zilong with a crossover. Denied entry. There's that man-to-man defense run by Hakuo University. And Baowen driving in, denied entry from the right. And he stepped back for the 2, rolls out.
Hakuo now, long pass, catch up, and 1! He gets the bucket and the extra. And Hakuo just rises to the occasion. Number 4, Ryusuke Saiki will get the extra shot to make this a 1-point ball game. That was excellent, excellent stuff. Long pass. Sometimes those long passes don't go for you. And on the court right now for the University of Beijing, Tian Yihao. As Liu Qilong goes to the bench for the University of Beijing. So low-scoring game, but excitement indeed. Can he convert the 3-point journey of that play earlier? Ryusuke Saiki, he does.
It's been a little bit of a crawl for Beijing University. They've only scored 3 points. Thanks to Angsar Mouyati. Bringing back in, coming in is Fu Jingbo, and number 12, Deng Yihao returns to the court. Finally. And now Joel Manga tasked to guard number 12. Deng Yihao on the side, Mouyati forcing it in the low post. Now trapped in a double team, and there's a skip hop, and a shot clock violation is given onto Beijing University. Good defense by the men in white.
The coach not happy, and he's still at the bench, and that was good interior defense by Hakuo. Can they go for a shot to give them the lead? A long shot, a short shot, doesn't matter. They'll just be happy they are competitive with the best team in this competition. The University of Beijing, offensive foul. Blocking, goes the other way. And let's have a look at this. Contact. Very, very sharp eyes by referee Julian Scott.
As you say, I don't know, from that perspective, from what we're seeing, it was a 50-50.
Yeah, I completely agree with you because frankly, I didn't know what he called.
Yeah, could have gone either way again, but score 20-19, and Beijing's got to make some moves. Otherwise, Wang Li might call for the timeout. And here's 17 seconds on the shot clock. Deng Yihao to Mouyati, 2 key players. Now on the left-hand side, there's support and a kick-out turnover.
Races to the rim. Thank you very much. I'll take the pair of free throws. Pushing foul, 2 shots. Taylor Chen, careless.
Yeah, didn't make eye contact with his counterpart. Ansar Mouyati creates that turnover, and there's a touchdown for Hakuo University. And just like that, as I said, Beijing University is calling for their 2nd timeout, and we're just halfway with the 2nd quarter.
This feels like the CBA. A lot of timeouts, structure, system, and
rigid,
and all of the above.
As we have our AUBL cheerleaders on the court, not on the screen, but we do have head coach Wang Li deliberating with his players.
Big shout out to our cheerleaders who are working ever so hard to make this competition very animated and led by their cheerleading supervisor, Emma. Big shout out to her in terms of the hard work that she's done. But back to the court, Hakuo really, Taylor, they've sort of upped in confidence in this quarter, and they just keep running at the University of Beijing, who are sort of in, well, not no man's land, but they're just trying to get that structured plan and roll it out again.
Yeah.
And that coach is like, okay, plan A or plan B ain't working. Where's plan C?
I mean, look, their bench players can only do so much. I think they've been thrown for a little bit of a loop, to be fair. Despite them doing their best, Wang Zipeng and the number 14 big Wang Haoling being absent, they probably won't return to the court either. So that kind of threw them in a loop, and they're playing to the speed that Hakuo is playing. They're playing with more hustle, running those fast breaks. And now here is Psyche at the line.
We'll get two. And I hope I don't give him commentator's curse, but in my experience, Japan players rarely miss from the line. Pounds it. And no commentator's curse.
Hakuo University, they shoot 71% from the line, so that's pretty run-of-the-mill between the 12 teams overall this week. And inbounding the ball, oof, good recovery by Deng Yihao. He's at the top. Man by Hakuo is big, and here's the pass, catch and shoot for Moyari, gets rejected by the rim.
They're sprinting, they're running in the lane, drives the lane, open house, thank you very much. I will take that layup. And arigato, says Sean Yegashi.
Again, Beijing struggling after the timeout. That play did not work out in their favor. There's a downhill drive, misfire pass. Moyari barely scraping by with a bucket. That's actually number 5 from Beijing University. It is Chen Shiyu.
And Hakuo is just kicking themselves harder. We let that go, literally. We should have had that rebound. We should have started another fast break. So Haruki Naito, as you can see on screen, coming on. Looks like the coach, Yusuke Ishii, who was assistant coach at the start of the week because Coach Tomo had to fly out because of another tournament. He's just really changing it up and keeping it fresh. And Hakuo still lead by 1. Hakuo, bit of high-low a little bit earlier. Hakuo up top. Hakuo redirecting. Takes the 3. Back iron. Almost a rebound. But still, it's going to be Hakuo ball because it came off the University of Beijing's number 10, Fu Jingbo. 14 seconds. Nick bounces it. Out again. They need a screen. Manga not on court. Almost lost the handle. Screen. Pulls it from the free throw line. Short.
And here comes Beijing. He's outnumbered 5-1. You see the speed and agility of Hakuo University, trapped with a double team. Can't find an outlet. There we go. Reset, and coming in from the left, Deng Yihao with a failed jam. But he will be given free throws for Beijing University. We got some subs coming in. What a play. Too bad it didn't connect. A little short there. Oof.
But too much peanut butter on that jam, so yeah. Yuck, stuck right at the tin.
It's been a minute since they had a dunk. They actually lead in all 12 teams with dunks. They've all made 5 total. First one was no good. Free throw percentage dropping just a little bit. They're 75% at the line, pretty consistent. Deng Yihao with 4 points, 2 for 3 from the field, and has corralled 3 rebounds. He's 1 for 2 there.
Deng Yihao had 14.6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals against Kongguk on Tuesday this week, just a couple of days ago. 23-23. University of Beijing not playing the prettiest basketball. Hakuo getting some rhythm. That is the irony of it. On the outside corner, dancing, gives it up. Tried to score from underneath. Good interior defense, and it goes everywhere and in for Hakuo. Basket counts as the big man looks over as he's injured.
Yeah, Beijing University behind by 1 possession. And Wang Haoling returns to the game. Here's a catch and shoot for Ansar Muyadi and catches in the three, but they got to be quick on transition.
Rise and shoot. Bang! Gambate! What a shot by the one and only Ogawa.
Quick answer back, and it goes back to Beijing University just when they got a break. Well, they dial in, but Hakuwa receives and returns the call.
Pressing.
There's a lot of pressure here. 7 seconds. We got the crowd here going off. Swinging it. Here's Deng Yihao's three. That gets ejected.
Look at that, how they get the rebound and they sprint like sprinters. Fires again. Ooh, in and out.
4-2 to get the boards. Over and back to Beijing University. We're going to slow it down. There's a hand in the cookie jar once again. And to Muyadi, returns a favor, kick out, and a foul is called for Hakuo University. That basket does not count.
The frustration here for University of Beijing.
Take a look at the last play where Sato, team captain of Hakuo, gets a personal foul. As we have number 7, Liu Qilong, coming in for Chen Shiyu.
Sato and Yutaro Roy with 2 fouls each.
Yihao 5 points and 3 rebounds.
Not very effective from the charity stripe.
I know, so much for what the stat that I brought up. Usually pretty consistent at 75% at the line. It's a different story with the game that we're seeing. Again, I think Beijing now is really a little out of sorts.
No, their rhythm has been banged.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the Hakuo team smelling a little bit of blood, bit of drop bag a bit, dancing between the legs, and foul committed by University of Beijing.
That's a 4th foul.
Catch.
4th personal foul call.
Taking it off the fake, pulls it from the baseline, splash down 2. And they're hitting their shots. Hakuo, you got to give him that. Oh, the steal. The steal and the score with the layup. 4-0 run. And score by Sato, the captain.
Beijing now now trailing behind Hakuo with 4 steals. Beijing with 1. Again, a little bit lackadaisical here at Deng Yihao. Bad handles. Here comes another turnover.
Hakuo behind the back. Hakuo, thought about the 3. There's a backdoor cut. Hakuo bossing this a little bit. Almost a steal. Ooh, that is not part of the rules, my friend. So Sato will say, give it back. You hit me in the face.
In this quarter alone, Beijing University has committed 6 turnovers. And again, they always foul quite a bit, so both are in the penalty. We're going to see free throws are coming for Hakuo.
Sato with 2 points, 1 foul, so he's okay. Can he put it away? He does. Something that Tom Hovas, the men's coach of the Japan team, once told me. He's a friend of mine. He said, we love free throw shooting. We can do it 3 times a day in Japan. It's part of the high performance DNA. And they hustle for the miss.
Hot potato here.
Oh, still Hakuo ball with 14 seconds to go on the shot clock. 102 seconds left on the game clock. Hakuo with the hustle and coming up with more production in this period than the University of Beijing team. From the baseline, drops it in with the push shot. Nicely done by Marion Sean Williams, who was playing in Canada earlier in the week.
That shaved off a bunch of seconds. Now, not much to catch up on. 90 seconds left. Deng Yihao at the top with the handoff. Backdoor cut. Oh, again, poor handle. 7 turnovers for Beijing University. And here's a rim runner in Sato. And here, look what I found. Another bucket for Hakuo University.
University of Beijing now, they bring it up. And their backs are really against the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. They are now behind by a whole 11 points. And Muyadi trying to make a difference, but oof. Airmail Express for number 6, and they call foul.
I'm laughing because the referee was explaining the goal. He was just going like putting his hands up in the air like he was moving a cake or something. I was like, what are you trying to explain there, ref? So anyway, he's a really, really nice guy. So
Charades is not the best.
that's one way to put it. 55.2 seconds to go. We did not expect this. We knew that it would be close and competitive, but Hakuo has brought out the Japanese ironing machine and pressed the absolute lights out of the University of Beijing, forcing them to commit turnovers, and they are hitting their shots. Sean Marion Williams, a late addition to this team this week, are going to have his 4th point now.
Yeah, he was a late addition. However, just to clarify with the viewers that he was registered originally. He was just unavailable due to overseas competition. So there's no technicalities or anything like that. He is supposed to be here as there is only 54 seconds in regulation. Possession now, Beijing University. Men in red against Hakua. Watching the quarterfinals here at Binjiang University. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. And there's a shot. Goes awry, and going high for the boards is Hakua. Back to the men in white.
Good outlet pass. And they're going to a 2-3 zone. They want Hakuo to shoot. I don't think that's the best option because Hakuo quite on fire from the outside. Hakuo will say, you want to zone it? We'll shoot it. Around. Try to do a cross. Good, not bad backdoor cut, but lost it.
Yeah, right idea, but here's the rim runner, and there's the hop step buckets for Beijing University. Finally some relief. They now chip away, getting to 28 points. There we go, coast-to-coast pass, finding the outlet that is number 24, Zhang Baowen. That's a foul call on what looks to be number 8, Alim Sakai, or no, Rento Saito from Hakuo University. Baowen gets it to 4 points, and he's got 4 rebounds.
No, they're not. They're bringing in number 16, Hakuo Yegashi, the other player who wasn't here. Great to see that. AUBL is a league that sets the rules and sticks to the rules. Pass half court, good high screen. They want to take the last shot. Drive, attacks with a layup. Yes! Beats the horn and gets the last basket of the game. Phenomenal, phenomenal stuff by Ryusei Sato, the team captain, as he has just chalked up the points. 6 points in this game. Ogawa, the leading scorer for Hakuo with 10 points. Let's look at this here. Yep. Switched on the jet shoes. It is very, very good. Halftime score at Binjiang Gymnasium in Hangzhou. University of Beijing 29, Hakuo 41. And there it is. As you can see, more shooting from, well, not really not more shooting. They both got 5 3-point shots altogether. But Taylor, what do you see?
I mean, Beijing University, they usually shoot really well all around, but obviously it's a different story. Their 3 points, they only made one bucket from the perimeter from each quarter. And yeah, again, they've been thrown for a loop. It's more of a psychological game at this point for Beijing University. Hakua, they're playing to their own game.
To all the champions, do you dare to stand here? Represent your team. Represent your school. Make all Asia set its signs on you. The next chapter is here. A new legacy awaits. History starts now. To all the champions, do you dare to stand here? Represent your team. Represent your school. Make all Asia set its signs on you. The next chapter is here. A new legacy awaits. History starts now.
And what a game we have for you today. Unexpected. It is the University of Hakuo from Japan who are leading 41-29. A great second period by them to really kick out into a big lead. But to be fair, it was the University of Beijing who had a little bit of drama as their two star players are injured, and we no official confirmation as yet if those players are coming back on court in the second half, which is due to start in the next couple of minutes. If you're just joining us for the very first time, just a reminder, I'm Ben Ibrahim, Taylor next to the great Taylor Chen. Taylor, really, I mean, like we thought Beijing would come up with a hammer, but they have come up with a hammer, but that hammer has hit them in the knees.
Literally.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, basically what had happened was tensions were very high. I mean, a lot of turnovers were made in the first quarter. But it really, when it came down to it, Hakuo was really able to shake off that tension, the jitters maybe, perhaps. And on the other hand, you got two injuries from Beijing University. Again, Wang Zipeng with an unknown knee injury. Could be an ACL tear, could be nothing, or it could be very minor. And we also had number 14 out of the game for a good amount of time. That's number 14, Wang Haoling. Often dislocates his shoulder and pops it back in because that has happened before. But again, you know, it's really a head game for Beijing University. So they're really playing to this. They're really having to adapt to Hakuo University, where they're playing to their own strengths.
Well, Hakuo is playing to their own strength with his very run and gun, transition, press, get those turnovers and attack the tin and get those open looks and hit the shot, hit the three-point shots. Only two big three-point shots in that second period, surprisingly, but it did come. 7 turnovers committed by the University of Beijing and 4 turnovers committed by the University of Hakuo. And like I said, just one three-pointer each for each team. But here's an interesting stat. Taylor Chen, 5 points scored in the second quarter by the University of Beijing, 17 scored by the University of Hakuo.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a blitz for a time. You know, we had small runs from Hakuo University, but again, it was just like slowly chipping away. It was like little mini runs. And sometimes basketball is just a game of runs, and
exactly.
And unfortunately, Beijing was unable to adapt to it. And you know, we saw early on in the second quarter, head coach Wang Li called two timeouts within the first 5 minutes of the second quarter.
He was desperate because he didn't really know what to do, because he had a game plan, obviously, and it wasn't working because of the disruption of the injuries. So one thing that you mentioned on the top of the show, Taylor, the China teams are notorious for their structure and being very rigid, and that's the injury that we just saw earlier, seeing some of the highlights. So they've got to be adaptable, especially against this team who will run their socks off and attack you, hit you with layups, off turnovers, and, you know, just try to pack the paint to really clog you and make you make mistakes.
Yeah, you know, the teams from that participate in CUBA, they're not necessarily going to be super fast. They often intimidate other teams with their size. But, you know, Hakuo is showing great tenacity. You notice that a couple of dribbles, Beijing University showing poor handles. And, you know, you got Hakuo being cookie monsters, getting these steals and out of the... Back over to Hakuo University, as we see a couple of player stats on the screen. Ansar Muadi, 14 points and 4 assists. Now, he's usually the sniper, as we mentioned earlier, getting those threes. But again, they only made 1 per quarter. So I got to say, overall, if I take a look at the stats and compare it to overall, there's nothing that has significantly dipped or risen besides the 3-point percentage. Again, it's just more so Hakuo playing to their playbook and Beijing needing to really adapt and conform.
University of Beijing, well, they've got to use some imagination in their game. Can they? Will they? Let's soon find out. Off the handoff from the wing, getting into the lane, try to do a fadeaway. Good defense by Hakuo, and that defense has led to the ball. Oh, look at that, handbags everywhere. And that goes in favor of the University of Beijing. I thought that was... Okay, the hook.
But you know what? You can even, to be fair, you can even see Ryoshi Saiki also kind of playing into the arm hook. But they do call it Beijing's possession.
Yeah, they do. That's...
Yeah.
You could have called that either way. Never mind. It is what it is. On the handoff from the outside, looking, navigating and scanning. Where's the communication? Screen, rise to shoot, bounce, Nobody there, and Monga with the rebound, and he's going to set it up.
That's too bad on Beijing's part. They shook off their rotations, but unable to make the connection for the basket. You see Hakua out-rebounding Beijing 26-16. Going high for the boards is Deng, number 12.
Very good job by Hakua to set up that defense so that transition offense cannot just go up and running by University of Beijing. There were just 4 Hakua defenders there ready to trap the University of Beijing players who were trying to run that break. Fires the 3. Won't go down. Hakuo, here they come.
They give up the rebound opportunity. It's Hakua's ball. And fouls are given. That shot does not count. It is a call carry. First turnover for Hakua University.
Hakuo cannot get complacent. I saw them smiling and laughing just before they were coming up on court, and they're still smiling. So I think the can't get complacent just because you've got a pretty okay double-digit lead. But if there's one team who can trim any lead, it's the University of Beijing. High screen, just trying to get a bit of blockage. Got a release. Good press by Hakuo. Whoa. And it looked like a travel. And it is going to be Hakuo ball, and the coach looks on and just frowns.
It's memeable, I gotta say. Still sitting at the bench. One turnover from both teams, and a reverse comes for Ryohei Saiki.
Saiki with a wraparound. That was beautiful. I'd like to see that on social media. On the post-up. Muyati, he's caught with the double team. Stolen, here they come.
Here we go, 2-1, and here's the Rin Rummer. Another fast break point for Hakua University. This time it is Enjiro Ogawa. Second turnover for Beijing University. It's been a little bit of a rickety start from both ends, but Hakua now with 2 possessions in this quarter.
They just need to score. If they can score, they'll give them some confidence, University of Beijing, because they haven't scored a single digit. But, oh, blocked by Monga.
Back to Hakua. I would have seen that as a basket interference, and he drains a 3 for Hakua University. Call timeout for number 15. Back-to-back buckets for Eijiro Ogawa.
What did I tell you at the top of the show? Watch that man, Ogawa. He can light up like he was creating lighting up a hot pot. Timeout called. University of Beijing in a lot of trouble. They are down by 19 points, and we have not even hit the 7-minute mark of this third period. And they need something.
We're seeing the same thing repeating itself. It's Groundhog Day for Beijing University. They have yet to drop a bucket with 2 minutes, 30 seconds into the third quarter. Again, this is the same time that head coach Wang Li of Beijing University calls her early timeouts.
I'm just going to say this again and again. I expected a close game, but that's basketball, everyone. You got to adapt to the situation and the situation that you're given. Players get injured, and that's why you bring 12 players overseas. And you want these guys to be ready. I mean, this is a huge, huge learning curve for the younger guys at the University of Beijing. I'm not saying they're out. Not at all, but they've got it. But Hakuo, whoever they put on the court, just has one game plan, 2 game plans: run and press.
I mean, you're absolutely right. We still have a whole half left to go, but I mean, I would say the first half, Hakua has it way over Beijing University. As we take a look at Eijiro Ogawa's stats: 15 points, 1 rebound, 3 for 7 from out the perimeter.
A 7-0 run for Hakuo in this period. Beijing have yet to score. Being tested. No news on their injured players. Corner. Good defense by Hakuo. Up top, in the lane. Drop off, push shot, nice. That's much, much better. That is Liu Chenqi for the 2.
They finally managed to get the bucket. And here's a catch and shoot for Hakua University. They were Beijing effective after the timeout.
Beijing now, can they go on a run? They've got 2 thus far. Hakuo missed the earlier big 3-point shot. Good pass. Oh, no, bad pass. Gets it back. Lucky. Monga there to protect. He keeps it alive. Got to watch that shot clock down the middle. Picks up the foul with 2.8 on the clock. Mr. Julian Scott says, no basket because I blew it down. Oh, a lot of high octane there. Frustrated coaches looking on. And let's look at this. Caught it. Yeah, got smacked in the wrist-ish. Yeah. And then to inbound, catch, fires, bang! Haucho, the one and only Angsa Mohiate.
There we go. There's 3 threes for Beijing University. They ran a drag screen earlier, didn't make a bucket, and then reset. There's a catch and shoot opportunity for Angsar Mohiate. And now they're rewarded with a little break as Hakua University coach Amino calling for a timeout this time around.
Well, they don't blame him because he doesn't want to. He just wants to stop that bleeding. University of Beijing hit Hakuo with a 5-0 run, and Angsa Mohiate, the leading scorer for the University of Beijing, with 17 points, and still 14-point game. Not a massive hill to climb. A hill, no doubt, but not massive.
Just to reiterate, 21 from Beijing University, again, key player for the national team. B team is out for the remainder of the game.
Officially?
I'm fairly certain. Okay. However, with number 14, Wang Haoling, now he has returned. He has been on the court again. He I guess regularly pops in and out of that shoulder. So back to normal for them. But again, you know, these stop and go plays and the injuries and the tension that happened in the first quarter, it's still having an effect on Beijing University. But 5-point run, like we said, it's a whole half left for this quarterfinals.
Quarterfinal number 2 in action.
Captain Ryosei Sato logging into the game, and so is Joel Manga logging back in. They're setting up the pick and roll. They run the gamble, and they cash in the 3.
They're so good at that. You know, moving motion and the long 3-point finish by the Hakuo team. Mohiate thinking about the 3. He will go in the lane and pass it to the corner. Oh, in and out. Rebound by Hakuo as they bring it up.
Yeah, have to look, not the touch. Relatively effective ATO. Out of bounds, though. It goes back to Beijing University.
Beijing, they just gotta need a couple of points, couple of runs. Hand off. They don't have any major shooters apart from Mohiate. Oh, nice footwork, but couldn't put that away. Gets the package, couldn't send it because of good D by the boys from Japan. Gets the rebound, flew in and got the rebound. Well done, but he's out of bounds, and that will be Hakuo ball.
Look at that. He got springs under his feet going high for the board. It was too bad that he landed on the baseline. So back to Hakuo it goes. Those are tough. 5 minutes, 20 seconds left in regulation. And at the top, Marion Sean Williams. And for the 3, that bucket does not fall for Eijiro Ogawa.
Haoling with the earlier rebound as his teammate brings it up. Got to space and stretch the floor. And a referee from the Philippines says pushing foul by that man right there, number 15, Ogawa, who's been absolutely hot from the outside. Oh, another Deng limping earlier. That is, sorry, not Deng, that's Din Yihao, and he's injured. Well, not he's injured, but he was limping, so they're just going to check it out right now. And it's a shame because he's a very, very mobile 2-3 type player. Bounces it, sends it for the 3. Yes! Knocks it in for the triple. Who else but Angsa Mohiate?
Ooh, and an ejection by Mohiate. He has been booked and busy. 2 threes and a block for number 6 of Beijing. But Hakua still with possession. Joel Manga quick to get up. He's not happy about what had happened earlier. 17, it gets called foul. That is Liu Shenqi. Now,
I thought Monga was going to get up and give him a scolding, but he just...
I mean, it looked like he was about to,
yeah,
but...
he pulled back.
Yeah, you got crew chief standing closely by, so you got tight reins over the players on the court. As we take a look, the block, some of the moving highlights in the last couple of possessions, Moyati draining that three, as you see it on the screen. Score now 53-37.
Yep. University of Beijing with a high screen. Need to stretch the floor, try to space it up because they know that these boys will try to press them on the handoff. Moyati gives it away, and here comes the boys from Japan.
We've seen that once earlier in the game. Joel Manga draws a foul, will get free throws. That's a foul call on Wang Haoling.
Well, if there's one man you want to send to the free throw line, it's this big fella right here, Manga. Wang, frustrated, he's got 2 fouls, Wang. As does this man with 4 points, 7 rebounds, 50% from the field. Good shot.
Yeah, makes the first one. Coming in from the second as the Bingjiang crowd is egging him on. And 1 for 2, he sits at 57% from the free throw line. As we have subs coming in, or just 1 sub coming in from Beijing University.
Great effort by Marion Sean Williams. Chen goes to the bench. 2-man press earlier for Hakuo. High screen just to get that separation. Pass half court. Oh, great effort defense by Sato. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but an excellent shooter and a good defensive player.
Now we see a lot of those out in the JUBF as well as B-League. Very scrappy, fast point guards.
Ogawa to the bench. Beijing, handoff again. Moyati thinking about the shot, gives it up, pump fake, over Monga, couldn't get that to go, and could not keep it alive as well. So everything, well, not everything, but this quarter in the control, it's pretty good control of Hakuo.
Yeah, we see a couple of plays that Beijing is trying to run, in particular the drag screen, but haven't gotten any buckets from those plays, the sets of plays. But again, we like the changes. Here is a Joel Manga for the bucket, and the whistle comes for Beijing University. They call it pushing foul. It's going to be Beijing University's 3rd team foul.
University of Beijing trying to slow this man down, Monga.
Yeah, gave him a good amount of break earlier, but you know, when we talked about the start of the game, talked about how Hakuo was going to heavily utilize him, but again, speed is on their side, so he hasn't been logging as many minutes as we had expected. But he brings good energy on the court still.
Hakuo get the ball back.
Oh, bodies hit the floor.
Picks it up, got a pass now. If not, Hakuo will press you, racing, driving, up the court. From the logo. Enough time on the shot clock, just holding, passing, in the lane, and 1. What a time to score. And University of Beijing just gotta keep working and working at it. 1 basket at a time, 1 stop at a time, 1 bounce at a time. And that bounce went in for Zhang Paowen. Paowen, he's got 6 points, 3 rebounds, 50% from the field. He needs to put this away. The extra is good.
So Ryu Sean Yagashi's personal foul. So we have more subs coming in. Score now 55-40. And back to Hakuo it goes. Captain Sato finds his man and a jam. Oh, punishes the rim is Joel Manga.
Space Jam, Hakuo Jam. That's how you do it. Joel Monga. Oh yeah, 3 minutes to go. That has to hurt if you're University of Beijing player or fan. From the outside, screen set by University of Beijing. Off the fake, on the turn, post up. Can he deliver the stamps? Rise and shoot. Yes, knocks it in for University of Beijing, or University of Beijing, as they say in China. Angsa Mohiati.
He's carrying the team with scoring. Now at 22 points, there's a hand reach, no foul call. There's a foul call and an and one for Joel Monga. Now he's been carrying Hakuo University these last couple of possessions.
That's right, he has erupted in this third quarter. Good job for the friendly, gentle giant. He's actually one of the friendliest and most respectful guys off court. He's always creating conversation with, well, the officials in the cafeteria, so to speak, the hotel cafeteria, where we eat our breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And at the moment, he's serving up a meal for Hakuo University. 10 points.
Both teams are in the penalty now. Joel Monga at the line once again. He's been the primary free throw shooter. Unfortunately, he's not the most consistent. So that's a relief for Beijing University.
Bigs can only shoot free throws sometimes. That should be a movie. From the outside, Beijing with the handoff. That's so predictable. For the free throw line, Mohiati misses, Monga crashes, and the referee blows it down.
No harm, no foul, as opposing teams are helping each other up. Score now 59-42. And we have subs from both sides. Deng Yihao getting plenty of respite. He returns to the court. And inbounding will be Hakuo University. Oh, free throws.
That's
More
right.
free throws for Joel Monga. He's close to hitting a double-double, 10 points with 8 rebounds now. Make that 11.
Well, he did pick up a Player of the Game award earlier in the week when they absolutely pounded the University of Hong Kong team.
And 2 for 2.
That's rare for any big, so they are up by 19. 2 minutes, 14 seconds to go. He goes to the bench for a rest. He's done really, really well in this period. They want to save his gas for the fourth quarter. University of Beijing. They are being pressed all over the court. And they've got to break that press. But their guys have got more 3-4 mentality. Trying to penetrate, good D by Hakuo. Yeah, really, that's really good D. And one. But he splits, I mean, quite lucky there to get the bounce and the roll around and in. And this man who has been playing injured throughout the game, Dien Yihao, puts it up. He splits that double team defense. He got the luck of the bounce from the Binjiang Gymnasium bounce. I call that the Hangzhou bounce. And it is 44-61, 7 points, 6 rebounds, 50% from the field. And he's struggled from the free throw line tonight, big time.
Yeah, putting bench player Alim Sakai in the spins. He's coming in first time in quite some time. There's a handoff to Sakai. And a reset back on the top. There's the cut, but misfire pass.
Turnover, got the numbers 3-on-2 situation. Drives to the rim. And a 4-0 run here for University of Beijing, who are trying to finish as strong as possible in this third quarter, shall I say.
There's still time for a comeback for Beijing University. Now, shot clock is set at 10 seconds, and here's the catch and shoot for number 30, and he drains it. Thank you very much, Ryusei Sako, stopping Beijing in their scoring tracks.
Sako, impressive today with 5 points, 5 big points. Getting low, we've got over 50 seconds to go. Off-ball infringement, says the referee. And it's going to be 2 shots for the University of Beijing. And what was the call right there? Hopefully we can see a replay of that. And I think the Hakuo players talking over with their coach, Coach Ishii.
Call a holding foul on Hakuo University.
23 points for Angsa Muhiati. He's played well in this tournament, but usually he plays well off his big men. And today he didn't have his big men, so still time, like Taylor said, for a comeback. They only just needs to hit this. And he doesn't.
Back to Hakuo with less than a minute to go in regulation. Aleem Sakai running the pick and roll. Here it comes from the right side. Nothing but nylon for Hakuo. Score now 67-47.
Yagashi with a 3. So they look at that, 3 players chasing 1, and then they reset on defense again. Hakuo, I think they want to potentially get back to, or get to the final and play that rematch against Tsinghua, but it's not over yet. In the lane, it goes on the inside, couldn't get it, good rebound up, and no tap, but referee blows it down and says it's gonna be a foul with 9.3 seconds to go. And University of Beijing's Zhang Baowen will be at the line, and Zhang Baowen with 9 points today. He can be in double digits if he hits this shot. He's got 4 rebounds, 3 of 5 from the field. He's got 10. It is a big ask for the University of Beijing team in the fourth quarter to, trim down this double-digit lead for Hakuo, who's played well, especially in this third period. But let's see what they can come up with. Hakuo.
Naito now inbounding the ball. So running man. Oh, they're doing the switch defense and couldn't get a boom.
No,
don't count, not count it.
Julian Scott with the animated no count, no basket.
Yeah,
no
we definitely don't need a replay for that instance. The score still remains at 67-49.
So what a shot, but it would have 67-49 it is, says Taylor Chen. Let's just look at some of the highlights right here. The fourth quarter has started. Hook shot, yes, what a nice, smooth touch basket by Hakuo's big man right there, long man, and that's number 42, Marion Sean Williams.
Every quarter starts off real quick with a bucket from Hakuo University. And just like that, Beijing drawing a foul. Muhiati with the triple drive into the basket. And just like that, we already have a sub coming in for Beijing. It's number 10, Fu Jingbo. Now, in the last quarter, Hakua University only scored 2 points from fast break opportunities, as Beijing managed to outscore them in the third. Muyadi now at the line. Now rounds it up to 25 points.
7 turnovers for Beijing University in the third period, and 4 turnovers for Hakuo, and 4 big three-pointers for Hakuo. Oh, turnover.
Poor handles. There's a rim runner. Deng Yihao now with the jam punishes the rim. That's gotta hurt. And just like that, less than a minute in, and Coach Tomo Amino has seen enough.
Yeah, that was sloppy by Hakuo. They usually handle the ball quite well, but this man right there said, "Thank you very much." Race to the rim and jams it down with 2 hands. And the timeout call, Coach Ishii needs to recap his troops. And don't forget, all right, check that, everyone. The coach Tomo is back in the house. He got back from his trip, and this man right here with 9 points and 6 rebounds and 2 steals. Deng, or Deng, as they say, the pronunciation in Mandarin.
Now, as we mentioned before, Binchang Gymnasium, even if it's not a sold-out crowd or not super full, you can still hear the crowd really, their voices echo on. And earlier in the timeout, end of third quarter, you hear them shouting Beida, which is a Mandarin nickname for Beijing University. As we're starting up, end of the first timeout again. 9 minutes, 15 seconds left, and Tomo Amino calls timeout. And this is the battle for a seat for the semifinals.
That's right. And don't forget, after this, everyone, Yunsei at 5 o'clock. Yunsei of the People's Republic of Korea will take on Etujen of Mongolia. Gotta protect. That's what coach was telling his players the break, for the 3. Back iron, rebound by Monga. He decides to go the other side, sidestep, triple again. Couldn't land it. Monga with the rebound. Look at him. He is just such a machine. It will take something pretty special to out-rebound him. And the University of Beijing, Wang there showing frustration.
Yeah, they're having a lot of trouble boxing out and getting hands on, making contact on those rebounds. Joel Manga just still playing steady in this game. Might be one of the few Hakua players logging in the most minutes.
Yeah, it's good because, he had some foul trouble in the week with his previous 2 games, and the coach had to play safe, especially against the bigger teams. So it's good that he's getting some more confidence. He's a good player. Wonga couldn't hang on to it, as I say that, but he gets it back with, aided by his teammate off the fake, takes the shot, and looked like a travel violation, and it is. And he just looks at the referee and said, "Really, Sato? I travel? Yeah, too many steps, man."
Game goes on. Beijing's ball. You can kind of hear it in the background. Beida jiayo, they say. Let's go, Beijing. And Deng Yihao now guarded by Joel Manga with 11 seconds. There's the cut down at the middle. Denied entry, though. Ooh, puts 42 on the skates. Ooh, he's limping off, though. And they call offensive foul on number 24, Zhang Baowen. Hopefully, number 42, Marion Sean Williams, is okay, but he's returned to the bench.
Limping a little bit, so it's interesting to see, but they've got quite a bit of depth in the backcourt department. So Yutaro Roy, on court for the Hakuo team. And Sato just saying, slowly pushing the pace. Good screen. Come and get me, says Hakuo. Trying to draw out their defenders. That's a very Japanese style. And then University of Beijing quite smart, using a bit of physicality to slow down those trick and those flicks. Let's have a look here. Yep, just got into him.
Oh. Not without making contact to Xingbo's face. You can see he's kind of wincing there.
Yeah, that was quite painful, actually.
Yeah.
And Hakuo, they cannot get complacent. I've said that so many times. 16 points up. If University of Beijing can just trim it down to 9 or 10 point lead, they're back in. There's plenty of time for this one. Off the fake, Manga goes upstairs and just decides to drop it in rather than dunk it in.
Yes, a very gentle drop in, but a bucket is a bucket nonetheless. He's hit those double-double numbers, 14 points, 10 rebounds. Deng Yihao swings it over to Moyati, and the three is good! He cashes in a three like there's no tomorrow, and there is going to be no tomorrow for one of these teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say run your offense through Moyati. He's a good three-point shooter. There's a bit of leadership about him. Hakuo trying to show leadership in themselves. Not just one guy, but many. Screen by Monga. On the drive, out. Fires from up top. No straightaway trade, but they get the ball back. Feed up and kisses the glass and says, thank you very much. Take that Japanese kiss. For the Buckets, Yutaro Roy, who's only been on the court for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, well, Hakuo University keeping it simple with their playbook. They're running the pick and rolls and also backdoor cuts. Here it is, bully ball, though, by Beijing's own. They get a bucket to answer back. That is going to be at Deng Yihao's assist. And number 24, Zhang Baowen's basket.
Well, Sato was absolutely outsized there, so no choice but just to take the bump. Monga protecting. Double team, good press now by University of Beijing. Skip pass, sidestep, fires, bang! Gambate with the three.
Well done by Hakuo University. They drew out the Peking University students, and there was a little bit of a bait and switch, some tension between Deng Yihao as well as number 99, Yutaro Roy. Again, you got the referees on the sideline keeping a sharp eye out. That is going to be number 9's holding foul.
And, oh, sorry, they say it's just an inbound, and the referee's just communicating, and I think the coaches say no changes. I mean, the Coach Tomo saying no changes, just keep it as it is.
Munyati from the wing. A three-piece, no shake, and the putback is made by Deng Yihao.
He's still walking a little bit gingerly and running gingerly. He's playing with a lot of pain there, the Deng Yihao. I really like him as a player. He's got 11 points, 5 from 8, 7 rebounds. Monga can't turn it over. Monga splits the double team with a layup. The spin move, puts the spin move on 2 Beijing players.
Now running a clinic and putting those guys in a spin cycle. His stats keep crawling upwards. Moyati is sidestepping and answers right back.
Moyati should be given some form of award regardless of the result today, because he is just keeping his team in this. 30 points already. Dish loses it, gets it back. Monga as he chases that. Well done, Monga. Hakuo with 3 shooters outside the perimeter. Actually make that 4. ISO situation, up and in. Beats him off the dribble, takes it to the cup. Thank you very much. Konnichiwa, Mr. Sato, or Captain Sato, shall I say.
Hakuo with an 18-point lead, but Beijing still in it, keeping it interesting for the domestic fans. There's a switch off for the pick and roll. They take the gamble from the left, but that falls into the hands of number 99, Yutaro Roy.
Good back pass, back to Roy. Bounce pass. Looks like they're running their offense through Monga. Why not? Nothing to lose. Got a good lead. Elbow jumper, tried to bank it, tap it. No. University of Beijing
Here we go, fast break, and once again, here comes Deng Hao with the tap in, kiss of the glass into the round hole.
Still only 16 points up. They just need a consistent run. University of Beijing. Deng with 13 points, 6 for 9, 8 rebs or 8 boards. Thinking about the long three, try to waste a bit of time, but they got to watch the shot clock for the free throw jumper. Yes! Nothing but ice cold net. Ryusei Sato.
Yeah, there you see that wall of Beijing students, but he still managed to get the long two. And here's the roll in by Yutaro Roy. Turnover and touchdown for Hakuo.
Sato, what an amazing move right there. That was like ganglion Spider-Man, but it was entertaining.
Yeah,
University
absolutely.
of Beijing.
And we go back to Beijing. Deng Hao swinging it over Muyati from the left. That rattles in. Another put-in attempt. And the whistle comes. Foul call on Hakuo University. Deng Hao slowly getting up with our PBA referee assisting. Looks like they call foul on number 99, pushing foul for Roy.
So Ogawa coming on, and also he's got, Ogawa was okay with foul. I think there's just a suspected injury. Got 15 points. He's on court. He's just rejoined his teammates.
Beijing will get 2 at the line with number 14, Wang Haoling. Again, he just had a crick in his shoulder or dislocation, but he's back on the court. And again, have yet to see number 21, Wang Zhipeng. So could be our last time seeing number 21, Haoling. Has yet to put in any points. He's got 5 rebounds. There we go, and that's how you do it. 1 point.
Sorry, go ahead, Taylor.
No, as we see Muyati still playing in this game. Again, they're not giving up just yet, as he is the lead scorer.
Shoots for 3 for the contested 3. Rims out, gets the rebound, put back. Yes, cleaned up very, very nicely. Clapping the hands are in order. Hakuo building it up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you can see Deng Hao trying very hard not to make contact, because again, it will lead to free throws there. Muyati on the top, 10 seconds is countdown. He's at the top of the key, trying to find support, sidestepping. 2 seconds left to beat the buzzer, no good. The whistle comes. Foul call on number 15, Eijiro Ogawa.
That's an interesting call, but it happened so fast.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the replay.
And I think the University of Beijing coach, his body language has said, this is almost kautim, which means done.
Baseline inbound. Oh, caught them sleeping at the wheel. Beijing with another bucket.
Still a bit of time for some basketball drama. Hakuo just taking their time a little bit. They want this. They want to win this championship. Fires a 3. Oh, yes. Ripples through the net as the tray is good by the one and only Agero Ogawa. 18 points for that man there.
He wasn't happy with that foul call, so he made it up, scoring now with 18 points, 2 rebounds. Muyati on the left, he finds Deng Hao, kick out to Muyati. And going high for the boards is Roy. It's really between Deng Hao and Ansar Muyati at this point, getting the buckets.
They're just running around and shooting. And unlucky for that shot not to go down, because that was a good look. University of Beijing with the package as they drive forward.
Yeah, a minute and a half left. Muyati finding Deng Hao. There's the downhill drive. Hakuo not fighting too hard as Peking University gets it to a 20-point deficit.
So 2 China teams will drop today. Shanghai Jiazhong University and the University of Beijing in the final. Oh, steal. Here he comes. One-on-one attacks. Yes.
There we go. There's a breakaway lay-in for number 5 bench player, Chen Shiyu.
Hakuo just protecting. They've got this game on. Nice handles. Got to make the pass. Lost it. Passes it. Long three. Nope. Tap.
Deng Yihao now bringing it over, but there comes a steal.
Hakuo just resets a little bit and just says, okay, let's just waste a bit of time. Let's wind down the clock and let's really rub salt into the wounds. Drive. Corner. Fire. Short. Punch. University of Beijing.
30 seconds left.
Stolen. Here they come. They got the numbers. Lays it up and in. Nicely, nicely done. And that man right there, that power pocket rocket, has done a fantastic job for Hakuo today.
Yeah, great performance by Hakuo University. They're the Hakuo soldiers, and they truly soldiered onwards and got the win. And just like that, they advanced to the semifinals for tomorrow. So that's it for Beijing University.
Gambate, which means good stuff in the Japanese language, in a very, very spirited way. It was an outstanding performance by Hakuo University, who have knocked out the favorites of the AUBL 2025. The University of Beijing bow out of this tournament, and we wish their players who are injured a very, very speedy recovery. But Hakuo, high fives all around. They have done it, and they are in the Final Four. Congratulations to them and their team. But again, stay complacent, guys. Stay humble, because there's still quite a bit of basketball left to be played in AUBL 2025. Final score at Binjiang Gymnasium in Hangzhou. It is University of Beijing 71, Hakuo University 91. Looking at the statistics, the Hakuo team were the better three-point shooting team with 9 3-pointers versus 3. And yes, because the Beijing University team did not have their bigs, they got out-rebounded by their, well, rival from the great land of Japan.
Yeah, Beijing University, they just were caught completely off guard by a handful of injuries and the tension in the first quarter, and couldn't really turn it around at any point of the game.
And I predict Joel Monga as the player of the game. What do you say there, my friend?
You know what? I would say he's a contender, but I would also say Eijiro Ogawa would be a possible player of the game. And again, just to emphasize on the point, this is a huge upset. You mentioned earlier, two teams from China have been eliminated, as we'll determine who the player of the game is. We might see a booster. A sponsor possibly from Hakuo University celebrating on the side. Again, we are still waiting on player of the game, an interview by our social media manager, Zoe
Jiang, who's done an outstanding job. She's the lady in pink today, but the MC they're still deliberating. I think they're looking at the stats and looking at the index. Who has the higher index on the stats? And that's how usually the player of the game is dictated. From the stats, you know, who's got the triple-double, who's got the double-double. Points is not just a factor, it is other factors as well, such as rebounds, steals. So the stats are coming in, and it's in Taylor Chen's hands. So Taylor, what does the index say? Or if there is one.
Well, I mean, again, the fast breaks, the Hakuo University doing what they do best as we find the player of the game right now.
白欧大学88号 Sato Liu Oze. The best player of the game goes to the number 88 Sato Liu Oze from the Hakuo University.
So Rento Saito, no sorry, yeah, no, it is number Ryusei Sato. Did you pick him?
No, I picked number 15, Eijiro Ogawa. Again, so many great players to talk about in today's game.
That's a beautiful shot.
Yeah, I love that all of his teammates are together celebrating player of the game. Usually they're standing alone, but it's a huge thing to celebrate. You know, they defeated the home team, and they're moving forward tomorrow.
They defeated the national champions of the People's Republic of China as well. University of Beijing has a reputation of just being unstoppable, and you know, in Malaysia, where I'm from, they are a massive, massive regional benchmark. So over to Zoe for our full-time interview as the players are supporting the player of the game, Ryusei Sato.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching AUBL. Now standing beside me is the Quaker player of the game, number 88.
Yeah, 88.
From Hakuo.
Yeah.
Sato Liusei. Congratulations for advance to the semi-final. How do you feel right now?
なんでロイなんで今の感想は何か最高です我们是最棒的
He just said we are the best. 相信球迷们都是通过夸克了解到 AUBL， 了解到白欧大学，了解到我身旁站着的这么多优秀的球员们。那么相信球员一定有很多话想要对支持他的球迷说。I believe there is a lot of fans watching the live streaming at home. Is there any message you want to send to the fans or maybe the families at home?
中国のファンスに中国のファンス何と話したい Love you
他对所有支持他的球迷说爱你们 and thank you, congratulations to advance to the semi-final.
What?
Just say thank you.
Thank you おめでとう
What a performance by Ryusei Sato. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals, and the big stat that got him the player of the game, 11 assists. Sharing the ball, cross-court and all, he was amazing. And what was so inspiring in that picture, or the pictures that you saw earlier, is that the Hakuo team was celebrating as a team. There was no individual accolade. They celebrated as a team, calling him MVP, and they are chuffed about knocking out one of the favorites of this championship, AUBL 2025, the University of Beijing. You know, Taylor Chen, super, super inspirational indeed at AUBL 2025.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, talk about teamwork. We have 5 players that scored double digits. And again, this is probably the first time that we've seen over 10 assists, or just 10 assists alone. So incredible stuff for the team captain of Hakuo University. But look, it's no small feat for Beijing University. They've been super excited. They've been fun to watch. They've been very competitive. It was just a huge upset, and Hakuo just playing the game, running their fast breaks, playing good Japanese collegiate basketball.
So we've got another quarterfinal to come up at about 5 p.m. So please join us at about 4:45 p.m. or 4:40 p.m. and then we'll get the show going, because it doesn't stop here at AUBL 2025 on day 5 of competition, the quarterfinals. So for Taylor Chen and myself, Ben Ibrahim, and everybody here at the production team of AUBL, catch you a little bit later. The excitement does not stop. See you soon. Okay, Ito time.